videos talking about their plan, that we're going to show up and we're going to record, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And we didn't know any of this. I don't watch their videos. I don't suggest any of you do. Don't waste your time. We showed up to a park, and then suddenly we see this big crowd of people coming and cameras and guys and marhaban, come. Alhamdulillah. Thumma alhamdulillah. Every time they came, more and more people became Muslim. We challenged them till today. At that park in Balboa, show us one person at the park that became a Christian. They haven't got one. Alhamdulillah, thumma alhamdulillah. It's all from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not because we're good debaters or argue. We don't know anything. All from Allah. In the last 2 years, we've had more than 3,500 people become Muslim. You will see videos where I said 3,300. Why has it changed? Because alhamdulillah, more people became Muslim. Wallahi, ikhwa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that guides. You just become the means. I don't want to just talk about us. Our brother Thamir is here. Ask him. Was it yesterday? Right? Because my mind has not enough sleep. So yesterday we went with the brothers here from IDO. May Allah bless them and protect them. And for maybe a couple of hours we were there. Alhamdulillah, we had at least 4 people. I don't know if there were more. More than 4 people. 4 that I was there myself for. More, alhamdulillah, that accepted Islam. How many? 8, mashallah. 8 people in a couple of hours. 8 people saved from a nar. Something huge. Imagine if all of you were involved in this. Imagine how many people from different... Allah brought those people to you. You don't even have to go to their countries. They came here looking for rizq and food. You can give them hidayah from Allah. Imagine if every week you had that much. The face of the world will change. Today we have people, I'll tell you one story. And this is something you can watch the video of the brother himself. I can call him for you if you like. When I was younger, may Allah protect us all, I was on a path, not a very good path. And at a time, in my teens, we used to have these fights with other gangs. And we were from what's called the east side of San Diego. And there is an area called southeast of San Diego. And we were enemies. And there was a guy that used to ride Listo. They called him Listo, from southeast. And one time, he came into our territory. We had a fight. And I remember that I cracked his head. I hit him with a crowbar. I cracked his head open. Khalas. After that, I didn't see him. 15, 20 years later, I was at Balboa Park giving da'wah. And a man comes to me. I don't recognize him. And he asks about Islam. And the videos are online. I gave him da'wah. And 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Alhamdulillah, he accepted Islam. Then he came back. And he asked about Islam again. More questions and things. So we answered him. We brought him to the masjid. We involved him. And it's very important. When somebody becomes Muslim, involve him in the community. We involved him in duroos and halaqat. And he started coming to the lessons and things. One day we wanted to go give da'wah in Mexico. San Diego is right next to a city called Tijuana. Tijuana, Mexico, you can look it up. Look up Tijuana, Mexico, murder capital of the world. It is the murder capital of the world. The most dangerous city in the world. More murders than anyone can think of. In 1 year, in one city, around 2 to 3 million people. In one city, they had 2,800 murders. Not all of Mexico, it's one city. In 1 year. And we were crazy enough that we want to give da'wah there. So he said, you know what? He speaks Spanish. He's Mexican. He said, I'll go with you. I said, all right, cool. We went there. Alhamdulillah, we gave da'wah. We had 4 people accept Islam that day as well. Alhamdulillah, after that we went. We were having, at the masjid, we were having lunch. And he tells me, you remember me? Of course, Richard, I know you. We give da'wah. Became Muslim. Of course I remember. He goes, no, from before that. So I didn't know you before that. I said, yeah, you did. He said, I'm Listo from SEK. I'm the guy you split my head open. Because I went and I bought a 45 gun just to kill you. And I used to roam the streets looking for you. Alhamdulillah, he didn't find me. For his sake. Subhanallah, the power of da'wah. Wallah, he's my brother in Islam today. I love him for the sake of Allah. We just went for Umrah together. He's a da'i, more dedicated to da'wah than me. At times he goes into Sinaloa and the hardcore mobster cartel places in Mexico, and he sleeps in his car and he goes and gives da'wah. You know, his father has a ranch in Mexico. The cartel wanted this ranch. They killed his neighbor and they hung his neighbor from the sign of the ranch. And they didn't even let the police take the body down. And he goes into those areas and he gives da'wah. So from enemies looking to kill each other to brothers. Why? Because of Tawheed, because of Islam. And if we can change these things, we have the solutions. You know, the most dangerous neighborhood in America, it's called O Block. You can look it up. A lot of rappers and even big rappers are afraid to go there. Because even with security and all of that, they're not safe. We went there to give da'wah. It's in Chicago. It's called O Block. When we went there to Chicago, we were in a very nice area. We had a conference. And I told the brothers in Chicago, I want to go to O Block. I said, what? Nobody wants to go to O Block. Everybody wants to get out of O Block. Nobody. I said, no, I want to go give da'wah there. I said, you're crazy. They're like, we're not going with you. Some of the brothers that we've lived in Chicago all our life, we've never even been to South Chicago, South Side. Forget about O Block. I said, no, why not? We're not afraid of anybody. Let's go. I said, khalas, you guys go. Some brothers, mashallah, were brave. They said, we'll go with you. I said, okay, let's go. We went there. Now, we don't know anybody there. And subhanAllah, O Block is not one block. It's a whole housing unit. And it's fenced in. It's like a jail. And they had police at the gate at the time when we went. And when we went, the police, they saw us dressed like this. And they saw us looking different and different races and all that. So the police came up. They brought the car up to us. Yusuf was there with me. And they told us, what are you doing here? So we're here to call people towards Allah. We're Muslim. Is it illegal? Is it any permit? They said, no. We're worried about your safety. This policewoman came up to me, I remember. She said, I don't suggest you be here because if you go in, unless there's gunshots, we're not going in. We don't like to go into O Block. So you guys aren't from here. You really shouldn't be here. We told her, don't worry. Don't worry about us. We have Allah. Unless they were doing something illegal, you mind your business, we're going to mind our business. She said, no, go do what you want. We set up a table. Alhamdulillah, we started giving da'wah. In that one day, we had 20 people become Muslim. 20 people. Within a few hours. We didn't spend the whole day there. Not just that. You can look it up online. Alhamdulillah, they changed the face of O Block. There is a video that one of the news people have made now, not us, where they show me